Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Forever Sports, Forever Rugby. We've got the watch-along of the URC clash at the Cape Town Stadium. Stormers against the Ospreys. South Africa versus Wales. Just a few minutes away from kickoff. Taking a look at the Stormers team, captained by Frans Malherbe today, for those who might have missed it. JJ Kotze, Brock Harris in the front row with him. Lock pairing today, Ardre Smith, Gary Porter. Loose forwards, Evan Roos at 8, the two flanks, Nama Kaba and Hachiva Daimani. Stefan Ungra wearing the number 9, Mani Lobox at fly half. The wings, Ben Loader, Suleiman Hartzenberg, Dan Duplessis and Wandisile Similani. 12 and 13, the centres for the Stormers today. Warwick Gallant is the fullback. On the bench, Skaran Tebeni, Kwenza Blose, Sazi Sandi, Ruben van Heerden, Willie Engelbrecht, Marcel Tienison, Paul de Vet, Damien Willemse. Powerful bench for the Stormers today, or this evening rather. Let's get the Ospreys team for you today. I'll just pull that up. Oh, it's taking a while. Whilst we wait for that to come up, the partners for our broadcast today, once again, Forever Sports, proudly sponsored by BITDEFENDER, one of the global leaders in cybersecurity. To protect yourself from cyber attacks, protect your browsing and personal information, and so much more, get BITDEFENDER. Use the link in the description to get an exclusive discount as part of the Forever Sports community. Moment of silence for Terence Dean, former Saru and Western Province player. That's what's happening before kickoff at the Cape Town Stadium right now. The Ospreys today will be captained from number 8. Morgan Morris captaining their side. Their starting 15, Max Nagy is the number 15. Luke Morgan, Keelan Giles on the wings, Kieran Williams, Owen Watkin, the centre pairing. Dan Edwards at fly half. Ruben Morgan Williams as scrum half. Front row for the Ospreys today, Nicky Smith, Sam Parry, Reese Henry. The locks, Vika Sekikete, Hugh Sutton. Flanks, James Ratty, Harry Deebs, and Morgan Morris, the captain, from number 8. Ospreys kick-off. Stormers fail to gather. Possession back to Ospreys. Oh, he has a quick drop within the first minute. Is it there? Is it there? Referee says no, it's going to be a Stormers dropout from the 22. Early shot at 3 points there by Ospreys. Got to say the visibility, not that great. Missed all over the place. Mani Libok with the kickoff. Or with the dropout rather from the 22. Ospreys gather. They're on the Stormers 10-metre line. Morgan Williams, link man between his halfback and the back line. Ospreys still in possession. Around halfway now. Oh, who's broken through there? Stormers defence holding up well. The skipper, Frans Malherbe, involved. Ospreys still in possession, still around the Stormers' 10-metre line. Was that a knock-on? Referee says no. Ospreys still in possession. To the fly half, Dan Edwards to the boot. Stormers gather. Dan du Plessis makes ground up to the 10-metre line. Mani Libok crossfield kick. Into the Ospreys half of the field now, but possession's turned over. Ospreys, they're 10, 12 metres inside their own half. Morgan Williams, box kick. Well gathered, Mani Libok. Under pressure, well done. Stormers to the back line, Ungara. Crossfield kick. Evan Russ making ground. Stormers in possession. Ospreys 10-metre line. Libok tries to go to the boot again. It's half charged down. Dan du Plessis kicks through. Was he brought down? Referee says no, play on. Inside the Ospreys 22 now. The ball comes out to the Stormers. Brock Harris. Ungara. Knock on. Difficult pass for Libok to hold on to, but he knocks on. And first scrum of the game. It'll be an Osprey scrum. First scrum of the game. Pack weights, the Stormers 918 kilos, Ospreys 894. So almost 25 k's difference in the two packs, favouring the home side. Down goes the scrum. It'll be a reset. Referee still speaking to the two packs. The scrum hasn't set for the second time. Ospreys feed. In it goes. Morgan Williams scragged at the back. Gets a difficult ball. Ospreys still got the ball though. Still in possession. Forwards, try and maul it forward, goes down. Osprey still got the ball. Now with the Stormers, Silliman Hotzenberg gets it back to Ungara. Stormers around halfway. Libok, Frans Malherbe, bullocking run in midfield. Back to Libok. Going wide, Daimani steps. Just outside the Ospreys 22. Libok with a crossfield kick once again. Hotzenberg takes well. Looks for it's an intercept. Ospreys now on the attack. Intercept. Stormers were looking very, very dangerous. Ospreys interception. They broke into just inside the Stormers' half of the field, and they win the penalty as well. Stormers off their feet at that ruck. Ospreys, first penalty of the game. Apologies. Not going for posts. Ospreys finding touch just around the Stormers 22. It'll be their throw after the penalty. 7 minutes gone. Still no score. In comes the line out. Ospreys win to the back line. Morgan Williams, the captain. Arm goes out. Is that a penalty? Yes, the arm's still out. There's a penalty to Ospreys. It's bang out in front. So they can attack here without too much risk, knowing they've got that penalty to come back to. They try and move it down the back line. Win it again. And the little grubber kick through pays off. Ospreys cross the whitewash. They've got the first points. They got the first try. In the 9th minute, they had the penalty. They had the advantage. Dan Edwards, little grubber kick through. Libbok tries to get a foot in. Doesn't work. Luke Morgan with the try for Ospreys. After 9 minutes, they lead by 5-0. Conversion to come. Just from 5 meters in from the right-hand touchline. We're right behind it. Looking good, looking good. No, it's just shaving the post. Conversion unsuccessful. Luke Morgan try. Ospreys lead 5-0. Going into this match, of course, two sides relatively evenly matched as far as log positions go. Ospreys were lying in 7th. Stormers lying in 5th place. Slow ball for Ospreys just outside their own 22. Up goes the kick. Well fielded by the Stormers. They've got possession now around about the Ospreys 10-meter line. Angara, Daimani. Tries to beat 1, tries to beat 2. Doesn't make too much ground. Still with the Stormers. Daimani kicks. It's not going anywhere. Edwards unloads to Nagy. He puts it into touch. Still inside the Ospreys half of the field. it'll be a Stormers throw-in. A little bit of a break with medics on for both teams. Can't see who the players are, but the Ospreys guy's being treated for a knock on the knee. Stormers guy for a knock on the shoulder. Yes, as we said, going into the game, Ospreys were lying in 7th place on the log. 13 games played, 7 won, 6 lost, 35 points. Stormers going into this game, 13 games played, 8 won, 5 lost, 39 points. Right, so the Ospreys man who's down is their hooker, Sam Perry. "11 minutes gone. Play resumes. Throw in for Stormers on the Ospreys 10-metre line. They win their line out. Bit of a maul going on. They've made maybe 2 or 3 yards. To the back line. Hartzenberg in from his wing, making the extra man. Back it comes to Ungra. He puts the kick through. It's going to be a good kick as well. Finds space behind the Ospreys defence. It's into touch. Maybe 10 or 12 metres from the Ospreys try line, but it will be their throw-in at the line out. And already there's a change. Sam Perry, with his knee injury, has left the field of play for the Ospreys, the hooker. Number 16, Lewis Lloyd, the replacement on at hooker for Ospreys. And we're just 13 minutes now into the first half of this game at the Cape Town Stadium. Morgan Williams collects from the scrum, puts it into touch. Stormers throw in 10 metres outside the Ospreys 22. Stormers win their throw in. Dan du Plessis, midfield to Daimani. Back with du Plessis. He's making his way to the try line. Dan du Plessis over. There's your first Stormers try of the day. "14 minutes gone. Stormers inside centre. Beat his man. Got the ball away to Daimani. He got it back to du Plessis and he ran it in under a bit of pressure, but no trouble in the end. Right alongside the sticks. I can't imagine there's going to be too much trouble with the conversion. Lebach lining it up. Julie converts, and the Stormers out to a 7-5 lead. 7-5. Stormers over the Ospreys. The visitors scoring after 9 minutes through their right wing, Luke Morgan. Stormers hitting back 5 minutes later through their inside centre, Mani Libok with the conversion. 7 points to 5. Ospreys kickoff secured by the Stormers forwards. They're just inside their own 22. Ungra collects, kicks. It's an up and under. Doesn't go too far. It's come back to the Stormers. Daimani, Angara, Libok. Warwick Galant goes to the boot. Long kick with his left foot. Deep inside the Ospreys 22. Stormers making a lot of ground there. Nagy collects in his 22, puts it into touch. And maybe 10 metres outside his own 22, it's going to be the Stormers to put into the line out. Warwick Galant with a kick there. JJ Stander. Stormers win their line out, no trouble. This time they don't maul. Penalty Ospreys, I'm not too sure what that was for. And they marched 10 metres as well. Some back chat there. I think it was Ben Loader back chatting the referee. He gives the Ospreys 10 metres more. Dan Edwards takes the kick, finds touch round about the Stormers 22. So the Stormers will be defending this line out. Important they don't give up points just having scored a few minutes ago. Oh, Ospreys on the attack, but there's a knock on. They win their line out. They go to the back line. Just a handling error which lets the Stormers off the hook. Luke Morgan, the try scorer, had come in from his wing. He's the man who knocked it on eventually, giving the Stormers this defensive scrum 6 or 7 metres from their own try line. 18 minutes gone at the Cape Town Stadium. We're almost halfway through the first half. Stormers leading 7-5. Stormers win to the back line. Duplessis, crash ball. Angara puts it up in the air again. Hartzenberg chasing. Wins the ball well. Back with the Stormers. Brock Harris. He bores forward, head down. Angara to Libok. Duplessis. Daimani. No, it's Galant who's coming to the back line. Ben Loader. Little kick gives up possession, unfortunately. Ospreys now with the ball on the Stormers 10-metre line. Still with Ospreys. Nagy looking for a gap. It closes. Edwards to the boot. Deep into the Stormers 22. Loader and Galant combine. Galant with a good left-footed kick relieves pressure up to around the Stormers 10-metre line. Lewis Lloyd feeds the line out. Comes to the Stormers. Angara keeps it amongst his forwards. Ben Loader chases the up and under, wins the up and under. Very well done. Back to Libok. He goes crossfield. Goes long. Nagy for the Ospreys. He kicks back downfield. Libok. Gallant, this time with the right foot. It was left-footed last time. He goes deep. Morgan. Nagy from his own try line. He gets caught. He gets crunched. Stormers are piling in and they give away the penalty. I think the penalty counts about 3 or 4-0 against the Stormers at this stage. Dan Edwards, the Ospreys fly half, is going to need some attention. He doesn't look too happy. I think it was Kaba who came piling in there at pace. Very physical. Playing at number 6 for the Stormers today. Replacement sees original hooker Parry back on the field. Lewis Lloyd, his replacement, leaves the field of play. Just watching the replay here. Nama Kaba making a good hard tackle there. So Edwards is leaving the field of play. Not sure if he's coming back later on, but the fly half for Ospreys, he departs. Jack Walsh, wearing number 22, comes on as his replacement. 22 minutes gone. Stormers 7, Ospreys 5. Ospreys with the line out about 12 metres inside their own half. Parry, who's just returned to the field of play, feeds. They win. Slow ball. Morgan Williams goes to the air, up and under. He and Angara have been doing basically the same thing from the base of the ruck or the scrum throughout the course of this game, most of the times. Kicks up in the air by the scrum halves. Stormers now in possession, round about their own 10-metre line. Angara gets, this time he doesn't kick, he feeds. Libox juggles, holds on to the ball, he kicks. Straight into the arms of Nagy, he goes up and under, chasing it himself, wins it himself. Very well done by the Ospreys fullback. They go to the back line. Chip over the top for Morgan to chase. Warwick Hillant gets it. To Mani Libok. Stormers in possession. JJ Stander. Forwards and backs. Oh, hospital pass to his captain. No need for that at all. They had lots of time to clear. They try to run from their own try line, the Stormers. You had a wing to a fullback and then to a hooker. It was a recipe for disaster. The hooker sold the captain, number 8. He got ball and man at the same time, coughed up possession. So Ospreys with an attacking scrum about 10 metres from the Stormers' line. And just a correction, I think I called Evan Roos the Stormers captain there. Of course, Frans Malherbe is the captain today. Evan Roos, the number 8. I was getting a little confused with Morgan Morris, number 8 for Ospreys. He's their captain. Legendary Springbok prop Frans Malherbe in charge of the Stormers today, packing down in the scrum along with Brock Harris and JJ Stander. JJ Kotzer, why I call him Stander, I don't know. Scrum breaks up, and the referee speaking to the Stormers front row of Brock Harris, JJ Kotzer, and Frans Malherbe. They get ready for the reset. Morgan Williams feeds for the Ospreys. Scrum holds steady. Captain Morgan Morris breaks from the back, close to the try line. They're a few millimetres short. The ball comes back to Ospreys, heavily on the attack here. They're under the Stormers' posts. Stormers' defence holds. Ball still with Ospreys. And the try's been given. He must have just got their second try for the Ospreys. And it is their hooker. He was off the field of play for a while, getting some running repairs. Sam Parry from close quarters gets over with the second Ospreys try. Just about touched the whitewash. Stormers defending best as they could. Not to be. Second try for Ospreys in the 26th minute. (10-7), conversion to come. Jack Walsh on the field in place of fly half Dan Edwards after he picked up a knock. Lines up the conversion. Oh, it wasn't that tough. He yanks it wide. Conversion missed by Jack Walsh. And the score remains Ospreys 10, Stormers 7. (27 minutes gone at the Cape Town Stadium. Visitors leading 2-1. Stormers try converted by Marnie Libbok, scored by Dan du Plessis. The Ospreys tries by their right wing Luke Morgan and by hooker Sam Parry. Libbok restarts. Ospreys secure. Morgan Williams from the base goes to the air once again. Warwick Ilant secures well to Dan du Plessis, to Marnie Libbok. Suleiman Hartzenberg beats his man. Daimani can't hold on to a difficult pass. Referee says scrum. Ospreys with a put in. We're just about on the halfway line. Ospreys with a put in at the scrum. So far, 5 handling errors, according to the stats. 5 handling errors for the Stormers, just 1 by Ospreys. 28 minutes in. Morgan Williams from the base of the scrum goes to the back line this time. Replacement fly half Jack Walsh. Crossfield kick deep into the Stormers 22. Into touch. It'll be a throw in. JJ Kotzer throw in at the line out. Stormers win their ball. It's worked back to Marnie Libok. He makes a few yards, then puts boot to ball. Gets it into touch. Throw in for Ospreys round about the Stormers 10-metre line. Stormers win the ball. Evan Roos, the number 8. Looking for Duplessis. He can't get it. Intercept. Walsh gains possession for the Ospreys, but gives away the penalty. And I think that's the first penalty the Stormers have got in this game. We're half an hour in. It's in a kickable position as well if they decide to go for it. Good break by the Stormers, number 8, Evan Roos. His pass inside to Dan Duplessis was high. Duplessis had to reach above him. Couldn't keep it. Knocked it on, but then Ospreys intercepting but transgressing, giving away the penalty. And despite it being very kickable, the Stormers have not gone for posts. Marnie Libok boots it into touch 5 metres from the Ospreys line. Stormers with the attacking throw. Kotzer feeding the set piece. They're looking for the maul. Ospreys are defending well so far. Stormers maul is not making too much progress here. Ospreys working it towards the touchline. Now it comes back to Ungra. Forward set. Brock Harris. He stopped in his tracks. Back to Ungra. Evan Roos. Ungra. Kaba. Ospreys with a steal, but Stormers win it straight back. Geez, that was amazing. Kaba going down. Ospreys over the ball, winning the turnover. Straight away, Stormers win it back. They've got the ball now. They give away the penalty. 5 metres. 5 metres out. Walsh goes deep, goes long. Warwick Hillant inside his own half. To Libok. Wandile Similani. Kicks, it's deep. There's no one home. He's going to score. I don't think he got there. Suleiman Hartzenberg. Similani out of nowhere from deep in his own half. Just kicked it deep. No one was at home for Ospreys. Hartzenberg chased. For a while it looked like he was going to get there. I think this will go to the TMO, but either one of the Ospreys players got a hand to it first or it went into touch. I didn't get a sense that Hartzenberg got there first, but we'll check. Dangerous moment. I don't think he got a touch on that. They're doing the freeze frame on this. It is so close. Ball's into touch. I don't think they can give that as a try. I'd love to say they could, but from a South African point of view, but no. Not giving the try now, they've got to decide whether it was a knock-on by Ospreys in goal. Goal line dropout. Hotzenberg not only didn't give the try, they're saying that he knocked it on in goal as well. No try, goal line dropout. Penalty now for obstruction going against Stormers. Dan du Plessis trying to beat his man. Does beat his man in the back line, but Silliman Hotzenberg are judged to have obstructed one of the defenders. Penalty count, I'd love to see it. I'm guessing about 6 or 7 to 1 against the Stormers at this stage. Walsh takes this kick, puts it into touch. 12 metres inside the Stormers' half of the field. Ospreys to have the throw. Ospreys go long, over the top. To their back line. Owen Watkins, brought down by Dan du Plessis. Still with Ospreys. Oh, Nagy's right through. He's cut through. Tries to find a support player, fails to do so. It's back with Stormers just inside their own 22. Dan du Plessis, little chip over the top. He and Ben Loader will chase. Loader, Owen Watkins now. For Ospreys, they're making yards. Referee calls them back. Penalty to the Stormers, just inside the Ospreys half of the field. Okay, this is one of those occasions where I'm not sure what the penalty was for, but I'm glad for the Stormers that they got it. They're just inside Ospreys half of the field. 35 minutes gone, trailing by 10 points to 7. Mani Libok looking for touch again. Good kick. Stormers with the put-in. Set piece inside the opposition 22. Kotza finds his man. To the back line, Similani. Evan Ruiz can't hold on to the Pretty crisp pass from his scrum half. Stormers cough up possession again, and it'll be an Ospreys scrum just inside their own 22, centre field. Just a few players getting some treatment from the medical team. Your Forever Rugby Watchalong from the Cape Town Stadium today. Stormers against Ospreys in the URC. Forever Sports proudly supported by BITDEFENDER, our friends and partners, one of the global leaders in cybersecurity. Morgan Williams to feed the scrum. Penalty. I thought the ball had come out, so did Ungara. But I think I thought it came out of the scrum and then off Morgan Williams' boot back into the scrum. Ungara thought it had come out. He attacked it. The referee said too early. Penalty. Walsh to the touchline, finds touch safely just inside the Stormers' half of the field. Ospreys leading by 10 points to 7. Ospreys fail to win their own line out. Back to the Stormers. Diamani progresses to around halfway. To the back line, Libok. Similani gets ball and Luke Morgan at the same time. Frans Malarba, Ungara. Box kick over the top, looking for space. Bounces kindly for Nagy. Ospreys keeping possession. Holding on to possession. Ospreys 10 metres outside their own 22. Morgan Williams at the base. Up in the air he goes. Puts the kick up. Dan Duplessis. Warwick Gallant. Stormers on the attack. Back with Ospreys. They win the breakdown. Final minute of the first half at the Cape Town Stadium. Morgan Williams at the base, and it's the up and under once again from the Ospreys scrum half. Warwick Gallant takes it safely. Ungara, Libok. Crossfield kick. But he kicks it straight into the arms of Walsh. And that's going to be a second try for Luke Morgan. Big error from Mani Libok there. Crossfield kick, predictable, looking for his wing. Instead, the opposition wing snapped it up. Luke Morgan with a try in the last minute of the first half. Third try for Ospreys. 15-7, they go into the lead. Conversion to come. Yeah, Mani Libok owes his team after that one. Telegraphed the fact that he was going for the crossfield kick. He's become known for those. He does them well normally, not on this occasion. Jack Walsh, waiting for it, intercepted the kick. Got there before Ben Loader could. Passed it to Luke Morgan. He cut inside. over for his second try. 15-7, Walsh with a conversion. In off the upright. And the halftime whistle goes at the Cape Town Stadium. 17-7. Three tries to one. 17-7 at halftime. Ospreys over Stormers. 3 tries to 1. 2 from Luke Morgan, 1 from Sam Parry for the Stormers. It was Dan Duplessis. We'll chat again after halftime. URC action on Forever Rugby. Thanks for joining us on the Watchalong. The match coming to you from the Cape Town Stadium. So we're back live on the Watchalong from the Cape Town Stadium. URC action between the Ospreys and the Stormers. Stormers in possession, trailing by 17 points to 7. Dan du Plessis takes contact midfield. Stormers keeping possession. Brock Harris in the back line. Trundles forward to around the 22. Sloppy play by the Stormers, though. Ungara passes into another player. Back it comes to Ospreys. Replacement fly off. Jack Walsh kicks. He goes deep. Mani Libok collects. Warwick Gallant. Left foot. Luke Morgan gets the ball, secures the ball for Ospreys just about. Under pressure. They're inside their own half. Slow ball for Morgan Williams. He goes to the air again. Warwick Gallant secures. He finds Mani Libok. Looking for space. Gets past one man. Then runs into traffic. To the back line. Dan du Plessis up against the right-hand touchline. For the Stormers, they keep possession. Secured. Libok, Gallant. Damani gives away the penalty. Hugh Sutton. Lock forward for Ospreys over the ball. Stormers not releasing. Ospreys penalty. Walsh goes to the touchline, doesn't find touch. Libok, Daimani. Ruas out the back door. Doesn't go to hand. Ospreys get a boot to it. Warwick Gallant. Similani. Oh, he's through a gap. Gets caught by the jersey. Libok. Great play. Evan Ruas is going to run this in from distance. Super try from the Stormers. Forwards and backs combining from their own 22. Absolutely brilliant. Evan Ruas eventually runs it in from 25 meters out alongside the sticks. Great start to the second half for the home side. 44th minute, second try for the Stormers. Evan Ruas finishing a move which started in his own 22 with Warwick Gallant. Similani did a lot of the hard work. Forwards and backs combined. Libok was instrumental. Ruas ran it in from 40 meters, not 25. Mani Libok with a conversion. Shouldn't have too much trouble with this. Famous last words. 17-12. Kick to come. No trouble down the middle. 17-14. We've got a 3-point game at the Cape Town Stadium. Most of the second half still to come. Super try that by the Stormers from deep inside their own 22. Warwick Gallant got the ball. Horrible pass to Similani. He controlled it with his foot. then picked it up, beat two players, made distance, got caught by his jersey, found Lubbock on the inside. Lubbock releasing Evan Roos from about 40 meters. Conversion successful, 17-14. Ospreys with the restart. Similani just outside his own 22. Angara, up and under. It's what both scrum halves have been doing all day. Nagy under it. Secures well for the Ospreys. Frans Malherbe's getting stuck in. Morgan Morris, skipper for the Ospreys, breaks a tackle midfield. Ospreys go along with a kick into the in-goal area. Lubbock dots down. Lubbock in conversation with quite a few of his teammates. Goal line dropout. Let's see what they've decided. He goes long. Morgan Morris collects for Ospreys on the 10-meter line. Brock Harris brings him down. Still with Ospreys. Oh, Similani with a big tackle. Ospreys caught behind the advantage line. Morgan Williams to his forwards. Sekikete. Ospreys keeping possession. Morgan Williams up and under once again. Goes into touch. I think that might have been from the hand of Silliman Hartzenberg. It will probably be an Ospreys put into the line out, halfway between the Stormers' 10-meter and the 22. Changing personnel for the Stormers as we speak. Angara is off at scrum half. Angara replaced by De Vet at scrum half. And then Ruben van Heerden has come on for the Stormers. Van Heerden on for Gary Porter at lock. So Van Heerden and De Vet on. Penalty at the scrum. Penalty going the way of Ospreys. Looks like Brock Harris has been penalised for collapsing the scrum. He's got a big cut on his forehead. As soon as the referee sees that, he's going to need to go off for first aid. Jack Walsh, meanwhile, takes the penalty, goes to touch. It'll be an Ospreys put in deep inside the Stormers 22. 49 minutes gone at the Cape Town Stadium. Ospreys 17, Stormers 14. Ospreys in possession. They're caught in midfield, just inside the Stormers 22. Still in possession, though. Sekikete bursting forward. Ospreys stay in possession. And they give away the penalty. Penalty to Stormers. I think holding on in the ground there. It'll be a relieving penalty, which Marnie Libak will take. Just 1 second, folks. Just give us a second, guys. We're going to interrupt the feed here on Forever Rugby. I just need to get the charger in, otherwise we're going to lose completely. Okay, we've got the charge sorted out. Haven't missed anything. Stormers in possession from the line out. They go to the back line. Libak telegraphs his pass. It's picked off by the Ospreys scrum half, Morgan Williams. They're back on the attack. They're deep inside the Stormers 22. Nagy bursts forward. Ospreys in possession, looking dangerous. And they've got a penalty. Jack Walsh goes cross field with the kick. Gallant and Ben Loader getting under it for the Stormers. Doesn't matter. Ospreys were playing with the penalty advantage. Ospreys not going for posts. They've kicked it into touch and they've got the put in at the attacking line out 5 meters from the Stormers' try line. Parry feeds the line out. Looking for the maul. Stormers taking it to the touchline. Stormers managed to hold it up. Referee blows the whistle. He says they've done enough and they've won the scrum. "53 minutes gone at the Cape Town Stadium. 17-14. Ospreys leading the Stormers 3 tries to 2. De Wet on in place of Ungra. He'll be feeding the scrum for the Stormers. In it goes. Straight to his inside centre, Dan du Plessis. Crash ball. De Wet kicks from the base. Kicks deep, puts it into touch, 10 metres outside his own 22. Ospreys will feed the line out. A couple of changes now for the visitors. Ospreys going all mini bomb squad on us. 18 and 19, Ben Warren, Adam Beard, making their way onto the field of play. Substitution for the Stormers as well. Engelbrecht on in place of Daimani. Line out over the top. Ospreys go. They've done that a few times today. This time it's not straight though, so it's going to be a scrum to the Stormers. De Wet feeds the scrum. Stormers scrum looking dominant. De Wet to Libok, du Plessis. Watkins around his ankles. Du Plessis powers forward. Takes contact. Back with De Wet. Libok. Kicks, he goes long. Nagy. Fullback for Ospreys. Collects. Penalty to Ospreys. Referee's got his arm out. I'd love to see the penalty count in this game. They haven't shown it for a while. Penalty advantage. Oh, Ospreys kick over the top. They've regathered. They regained. They're deep inside the Stormers. 22. Morgan Williams puts the kick through. It's too long. Touch and goal. Very, very dangerous. Could have been their fourth try. They had enough advantage. Stormers with the quick 22 kick in. They go long. Nagy beats his man into the Stormers' half. Wrapped up just inside the Stormers' half of the field. Walsh looking for the halfback. Evan Ruiz strips him of the ball. Very, very well played there by the Stormers' number 8. Oh, Stormers give away another penalty. They were on the attack. They were looking really good. But on the Ospreys' 10-metre line, Evan Ruiz penalised, not releasing. Walsh goes to touch for Ospreys. They've got to put in 12 metres inside. Stormers half of the field. Sam Perry at the line out. Goes deep. Ospreys secure. Morgan Williams looking for a gap. Half through it. They're up to the Stormers 22. Duplessis. Dangerous attack down the left flank by Ospreys. Stormers need to defend this. They trail by 17 points to 14. Harry Deeves, the number 7, doing hard work for Ospreys. 8 meters out from the Stormers' try line. Engelbrecht driving one of the Ospreys forwards back there. They're 10 meters from the try line now with their captain, Morgan Morris. He wriggles through a tackle. Morgan Williams loses possession at the base of the scrum, but the ball goes backwards. Referee says a Stormer's hand knocked that ball on in contact, so it's going to be a scrum. 5 meters from the Stormers' try line. Skara Ntubeni on for JJ Kotzer. Stormers making a change on 61 minutes. Skipper Frans Malherbe getting a bit of assistance from the first aid team as well. Looks like we're about ready for the restart. Break in play. First aid teams from both sides were on. They're off the field now. It'll be Morgan Williams to feed the scrum. Attacking scrum for Ospreys, 5 meters out from the Stormers' line. Skara Ntubeni's first scrum since coming on. Down goes the scrum. Referee says reset, no damage done. Scrum goes down again, and it's a penalty to Ospreys. Five meters out. Ospreys want to scrum again. Should make John Kerwin and Ian Foster really happy. Apologies for the break. Just a problem with the stream there, but we are back live. No change in score. 72 minutes gone at the Cape Town Stadium. Ospreys 24, Stormers 14. Four tries to two. The visitors leading by 17 points to 7 at halftime. Stormers with a line out put in on the Ospreys 22. Doesn't go to plan, but they're going to get the scrum ball going forward with an Ospreys hand. Lots of talk out on the field, a lot of it from the referee as well. And he's been alerted to some foul play by the TMO. So the Stormers were going to have a scrum on the 22. They've now got a penalty. Lubbock steps forward, puts it out close to the Ospreys line. It's going to be a 5-meter line out. Stormers have tried this 3 or 4 times in the game. Hasn't paid off for them yet. 74 minutes gone. Scudder and Tabeni with a feed. To the base of the line out, Evan Roos gets. Stormers setting them off. Van Heerden slips, still keeps possession. Five meters out, not making too much progress. Marnie Lubbock's held up. Ospreys rip the ball from him. They've got possession. Ospreys kick to touch. Jack Walsh. 5 minutes remaining. Stormers with the line out now. Line out on the Ospreys 22. Once again, it's Scudder and Tabeni feeding for the Stormers. This time to the front of the line out. Round the corner. Devet caught into touch. 5 meters out. This time it'll be Ospreys feeding the line out. I don't think it's the Stormers' day today. Penalty to Ospreys. From the line out. High tackle. Jack Walsh puts it safely into touch. Ospreys will have the feed. This time it's just outside their own 22. Davies on for Morgan Williams at scrum half for Ospreys, making another change. Stormers poaching the line out. Stormers now in possession on the Ospreys 10-metre line. Bashing forward, keeping possession. Dan du Plessis takes contact, loses possession, the ball goes forward. Ospreys attacking down the left-hand touchline now. Kick forward. Damien Willemse, who's on the field for the Stormers, tidying up. They've got possession. They're deep inside their own half, though. Willemse breaking forward effectively. Outside their 22 now. Lubbock at scrum half. Feeds Ruus. Half breaks a tackle. Stormers still in possession. Warwick Gallant. Stormers holding on. Ospreys get the penalty. In the 79th minute, Ospreys winning the penalty. 24-14. Comfortably in the lead. 4 tries to 2. Ospreys have won just once away from home in the URC since January 2023. Well, that's a record that's been broken today. They're winning their second game. They lead by 10 points in the final minute. Supporters making their way out of the stadium already. They've seen enough. Jack Walsh is lining this up, having a go at posts. Walsh with the kick, raises the flags, it's over, 27-14, last minute penalty. Lubbock with a restart. Stormers regain. Stormers still in possession. Engelbrecht, De Wet, Lubbock. Dan du Plessis down the left-hand touchline, cuts inside. Boshoff brings him down. Stormers inside the Ospreys. 22. Lubbock. Damien Willemse. Can't find support. Referee gives them a consolation penalty. Libbok finds touch 5 metres from the Ospreys try line. Scudder and Tabeni to feed the line out. This should be the last play of the match. We're in the 82nd minute. To the back they go. Setting up the maul. Ospreys defence still holding firm. Damien Willemse on the angle. Stormers still with the ball 5 metres from, 7 metres from the Ospreys try line. Good defence from the visitors. Evan Roos makes a yard or two. Van Heerden, he's held up. Warwick Gallant into touch. Final whistle. No. Deliberately knocked into touch by one of the Ospreys players. Yellow card. I thought that was the final whistle. It's a yellow card in the 83rd minute. TMO reviewing the yellow card. Oh, at this stage of the game, just call it a yellow and be done with it, surely. Penalty try. Interesting. Deliberate knock-on, yellow card. Referee says it was a try-scoring opportunity. Penalty try, 81st, 82nd, 83rd minute, 82nd minute. Let's make it the 82nd minute. Penalty try, but the Ospreys run out 27-21 winners over the Stormers. Not good news for the local team at the Cape Town Stadium. Ospreys with only their second away win in the URC since January of last year. 27-24 over the Stormers at the Cape Town Stadium. Thanks for following us on the Watchalong here on Forever Rugby. The official review will be with you within the next 10 minutes. Thanks for joining us.